Hello everybody, my name is Drew Degner and today I'll be talking to you about pollution. First I'll give you a little introduction to it, then I'll give you the definition followed by an example of that pollution, and then I will wrap things up with a little invitation to help out the environment. So the first type of pollution I wanted to go over is air pollution. Air pollution has been an issue ever since the cavemen and women discovered fire, and as mankind evolved and grew more intelligent, they did more types of pollution. Started with like things, the inventions of plastic, metal, and fossil fuels, all that sort of thing. But air pollution. Air pollution is the release of harmful chemical gases into the air. And the first example I'll give to you for this, I got that definition from allrecyclingfacts.com. And the first example that I'll give for air pollution is in the United States. Totally our U.S. power plants dish out, like, according to NRDC.org, National Resources Defense Council, the U.S. power plants pump out 2 billion tons of carbon dioxide into our atmosphere every year. And what carbon dioxide does is it depletes the ozone layer. It's a layer of the atmosphere that protects us from like UV rays and keeps our planet cooler. And when our planet gets warmer, a whole bunch of bad things can happen, such as, I don't know if you guys have seen Day After Tomorrow, but all those things are possible with melting ice caps and cooling the oceans and all the nasty weather changes. All that's possible, and it's in the future if we don't do something about it. Not only the weather factors come into play, but also the increase of disease spread. Disease is spread a lot more easily when it's warmer out. And things like malaria and the West Nile virus and the dengue fever, all those things spread a lot more easily because the viruses are allowed to stay alive longer without a body to feed off of. And that's a major issue in our future if we don't work on the dishing out of carbon dioxide from the power plants. But that brings me to my second example, water pollution. The definition for that is any change in the physical, chemical, or biological properties of water that harmfully affect living things. I got that from allrecyclingfacts.com again. The example for this one is the Great Pacific Garbage Patch. How many of you have heard that? Okay, a couple of you. The Great Pacific Garbage Patch is a massive collection of plastic and other human waste things that are floating around the Pacific Ocean right now. To be exact, between Hawaii and California. And it was created by all the currents leading up to one big gyre. A gyre is like a huge whirling current. In the Pacific Ocean, they're all over in all oceans, but this one is the most significant. And it just collected all this plastic. Ever since plastic was invented, it's just been collecting it and collecting it. And it is now the size, approximately, according to NationalGeographic.com, anywhere from twice the size of Texas to the size of Europe. And that's massive. Now, I don't know if you guys are picturing like an island of plastic floating around. There are chunks of just groups, like it's the size of this room, like plastic bottles and nets and all that. But a lot of it's microplastics, and it's killing thousands of marine animals every year, tens of thousands of marine animals. And what they do is, even blue whales, they think that the microplastic is krill and plankton and things like that, and they eat it, and their bodies can't handle it. So that's a huge issue for water pollution, and something needs to be done about it. There are solutions to it, but they're expensive. So my last example for pollution is land pollution. The definition for that is the contamination and degradation of Earth's land from unnatural debris. That's from allrecyclingfacts.com. Littering is one of the most common. Almost everybody does it, intentionally or not intentionally, but it is a big deal. Whether it's throwing a gum wrapper out your window or just tossing a plastic bottle on the ground or something. Not only does it make things look bad, but it does harm the environment. Little animals, I don't know, a bird will choke on the gum wrapper and die or something. But a more significant one is landfills. Landfills are a huge problem for the U.S. and other countries, but according to liberty.thinkquest.org. 50 million acres of land annually are lost due to landfills because that land is no longer fertile, but it also contaminates the drinking water sometimes underneath when the pipelines break to contain that toxic waste. Also, the methane buildup in those landfills, they have to pump down pipes to let the methane leak so it doesn't explode, because methane is combustible and it explodes and it'll send our trash everywhere. And that solving problem to that is simply recycling. According to EPA.gov, only 34% of the United States recycles, and that's with industrial companies or just the average citizen. That's total, 34% of us only recycle. And with that 34%, 85 million tons of waste was saved out of 250 million. And metaphorically speaking, with that took 36 million cars off the road, which also helps the carbon dioxide and the exhaust going into the atmosphere. But imagine if we could get that up to, that 34% up to 50 or 60%. It could do amazing things. So today I just hope that I opened your eyes to some of the huge issues we have right now and some big issues that we face in the future. So just maybe go home, look into recycling. It's a really easy thing to do. It's inexpensive and it helps out a lot. Everybody can help out, and it'll definitely be worth it for maybe your kids or your grandkids. So I strongly encourage it. Thank you.